Hi, so I'm Chris, and I am writing a gay pride tarot story, or I'm sorry, I'm writing a gay pride story with my gay tarot cards. Still a lot for me to say, and I'm almost done with this. It's a challenge against myself just to get myself on camera again, mostly. So I've been writing a story for Gay Pride Month using some tarot cards. It's the Gay Tarot by Bursten and Antonella Platano. The spread I'm doing today, or for this video, is the Returning with the Elixir spread. It is number 28. There are 27 other videos on this playlist if you want to look and see what we've created and what kind of story it's been happening. So far, I've kind of done a story with a guy coming out and figuring out who he truly is. And more that might be coming up more in the video. So to start, this is a, well, not really an optional. Sorry, it's not an optional. It's an option to, if you feel that you need some signifiers. So with the signifiers, I already did this. This is from day 0 or 13, according to Karma Starts Tarot. For me, I did this in my video 9, the basic outline and the theme. The ultimate moral of the story. If I feel I need a signifier, use the day 13 card. And for day 13, my numbers, the way how you come up with it is you add up all the numbers of your cards, and I got 64. Now 6 plus 4 equals 10. Now I could take that even one step further and say the Magician. So I'm just going to put both of these cards as my signifiers up at the top, just so that I have access to them. This is a 6-card spread. And let's see what happens. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to shuffle them, go from there. Sorry, you don't need to this is kind of boring, I know, but I just want to make sure that I get them shuffled correctly. Or so. Don't really have anything to say. So, okay, so it's a 6-card spread. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So card 1 is the elixir itself, the thing / the moral. I have the Youth of Pentacles for this. We have discovered that Sage is a young man, and that he's a good looker. He has some good looks. I'm going to take this. The elixir that he's learned with this is that he's got plenty of time to learn who he needs to be. There is no rush. When you're working out and getting a body like this, it's not something that's going to happen overnight. So I think the elixir that he's learned, and the lesson that he's learned, is that it's going to take some time to learn some things. And that's kind of what the wheel says as well, is that the wheels are always turning. There's always something going to happen. Life is always happening, whether you think life is happening or not. So I think that if he takes it slower than what he did with this previous relationship with Guy, I think that that's kind of what he's learned, is how to kind of back off a little bit from other people and learn more about himself. Number 2 is the downfall of the elixir. Well, I got the Youth of Wands. I a Youth of Wands is kind of like the Page of Wands, and wands are like your passions. You're learning about your passions. I kind of think that the downfall of this elixir is that he now is learning how to back off from his loves. Or maybe he might be actually blocking some of his loves. He might be blocking some of himself, because when you come out of a relationship and you break up, you kind of have this, you want to stay put, stay on your couch and just stay away from everyone. So I don't think he's putting his heart out there as strongly anymore after this experience, which I think completely makes sense. I think he's in the complete right to do that. He is in the complete right to block this, because he's also going to be going to find out who he truly is. I think that's what his next step is. He's going to start figuring out and experimenting and exploring who he is as a gay man versus a closeted gay man. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm going to say for that one. So number 3, the biggest thing the community gets from the elixir, the overall takeaway. Oh my gosh, what is going on here? I got the Youth of Cups. Did I get any more out of it? No, I didn't. Emotions. Learning from your emotions, learning about your emotions. I kind of am getting also that, people are listening to Sage more about what he wants in his life. That's the seashell. Maybe Sage's voice was very small when he was closeted and he didn't quite know how to express himself, and so people weren't listening. Or maybe also, I know that it says the community here, but I wonder if this is actually Sage learning to communicate with himself and listen to himself and his own instincts. Something about listening and paying attention to that kind of a thing. Now, I'm also going to take these first 3 cards one step further. These are all youth cards. So I think there's a lot of learning to be done here and a lot of lessons, and nothing's perfect. And so I think that those are the lessons that we can take from the first 3 cards, is that there's still plenty of room to grow, is what I'm kind of getting from that. Card 4 is the conflict between the community's view and the main character's view of the elixir. Well, like what we had in the last one, the last thing we had that I think that Sage is going to go off and find himself. He's going to spend some time alone. He's going to try to perfect himself. And I think it kind of works out that the same card came up. It's the 8 of Pentacles reversed, though. I think that the world is going to tell him to get out there and, there's more fish in the sea kind of situation. But I really do think that he needs to, be by himself. He needs to figure out who he is. And I think that's kind of what the block is. I think that the world is going to want him to go out and be social, whereas he kind of needs to take a moment to breathe by himself. Obviously, this was a very traumatic relationship, fast relationship, fiery relationship, and it moved really fast. So I kind of think that he needs to take some pentacle time to himself and just slow it down a little bit. Number 5 is how the elixir helps the main character's arc. Now we have the 10 of Cups. I think that this elixir, with him knowing that he has plenty of time, is that he has time to get this. He knows that he can get this if he really wants it. If he wants, he can have a husband, a house, kids, a a life that very similar to a straight person would have when we're, as gay people, when we're told that we're not allowed to have that. But like I said, a lot of these are youth cards, and I think that he has time. He doesn't have to have it tomorrow. I think that's kind of like how it's helped him learn. I think maybe he was in a rush to get that. Maybe that was he was in a rush to get that with the first boyfriend, with Guy. But maybe now he realizes he has time. He doesn't have to. It doesn't have to be the next person. Now, number 6 is how the elixir contributes to them. I have a note that says contributes to them are of story. They're of story? I don't remember. How the elixir contributes to the arc, moral, something. I think we got the 6 of Cups reversed. I think it's still a very growing up, lessons learned kind of a thing. Maybe with each day is a gift, but this is reversed. Something like that. I'm not sure. That might have to be up to your interpretation. I'm not sure what the 6 of Cups reversed would be for that. That seems a little weird to me. I don't know. It's almost midnight here, and I'm not entirely sure what to think of it. So I do have one more note on this. It says, read cards 2 and 4 together. This may lead to your sequel or needs to be small enough that it doesn't need to be resolved. So 2 and 4. The 2 is we had the Youth of Wands. Remember, like the fire. He's blocking his fire from other people. Things don't need to be as fiery anymore. And also the Pentacles. They're both reversed. I do think this more sets up more of a sequel versus small enough that it doesn't need to be resolved. But I do think either one works. It just kind of depends on what kind of a story the next adventures we need to write with Sage becoming who he truly is. But that's kind of what I'm getting from that. Now I'm going to go back to the very beginning of this video and say, yes, we had a 10, but also I think that the Magician plays perfectly well into this, is that Sage has the power to do whatever he wants with his life. And that's what I kind of ultimately think that this spread is coming down to for the ultimate moral. He has the power to live the life that he wants to live. He has the wands, the swords, the pentacles, and the cups. He has complete control over all the sparkles that he wants to have in his life. He just needs to be a little bit more confident in order to get that. So again, the spread will be down. The link to the spread will be in the description box. And if you want to follow me on all of my social medias, that'd be great, very helpful. I am going to be coming back for 2 more videos, and then we'll call it. And hopefully this kind of made sense. I just want to show how writers can use tarot to unblock their creativity. So hopefully I've been able to prove different ways on how you can do that. Thank you.